Hello everyone, welcome to Celestial Waters. My name is Demi. So we're going to hop right into it. This is going to be a spirit baby reading. And I keep hearing Sean Paul. Specifically, I was hearing We Be Burning. And then I was also hearing I'm Still in Love with You, Boy. And then I was hearing Give Me the Light, Just Give Me the Light. So some of you guys, and I do feel like this is how you met your partner. So maybe Sean Paul was playing like at the club or at the party you guys were at. Even if you were, because I'm seeing like it's kind of like a mall. It's like a mall that has like different restaurants and different bars within it. And I feel like Sean Paul was playing something about Sean Paul that is significant to you guys meeting your partner, or maybe you're just fans, that you or your partner could be huge fans of Sean Paul, particularly his old stuff. I'm hearing the old school music, and the spirit baby is pointing. He's pointing like back in the past when this music was kind of, I'm hearing popping, when this music was popping. So maybe that's when you guys met, but that's coming through with significance. We're going to get right into the reading. And now I'm being shown a little girl. It's definitely a little girl. And as I was choosing the decks, I was getting a no, not that one, no, not that one, this one, this one, this one. But I'm being shown a little girl, and she's wearing like red Wellingtons or red boots. And she's kind of like shaking her bum, and she's going, Mrs. Bossy Boots, Mrs. Bossy Boots. So that could be what you guys nicknamed this spirit baby. But strongly, there is a little girl energy coming through here, and she will know what she wants. She's going to be very, very assertive. So the first spirit baby poem we have here is Beauty and Grace. I really did win in the genetics race. I get it from my papa, I get it from my papa. Isabella from Encanto is who I resemble. Princess dresses and fairy wings. Playing dress up is my thing. Daddy is fit to be my king. Mum, you chose so well. I'm on the other side doing cartwheels and twirls. Did I mention that I adore pearls? Yep, you guessed it. I'm likely to be a little girl. So there's that confirmation. She's coming through. She's coming through very, very strongly. And red is very significant, the colour red. So maybe red is a favourite of yours or your partner. But red is also connected to the divine masculine energy. So again, it's that assertiveness. She has very strong divine masculine energy. She knows what she wants and she's going to get it. That's the energy that's coming through. And you guys are going to see this when she's very, very young. So when she's a toddler and when she's young, like even when you're walking through a toy shop, and I'm seeing like clothes stores, that you're going shopping, and somehow it's like she's wriggled out of the seat. Like she's I'm hearing car seats, so she may be able to get out of car seats, but I'm also getting like a buggy and a pram. She somehow got herself out of it, and she's there. It's like you're like looking, you're like, what the heck, where's she gone? You turn around, there's a little toddler there like picking up clothes, picking up stuff on the shelf, and she's like, I want this, I want this. And now they're bringing up a memory. It's not something that I remember, but my mum used to tell me when I was younger. I feel like I was about 3 years old, but she's saying they were shopping and she didn't realise that I kept taking things off the shelf and I was putting them underneath the buggy. She noticed in one shop and she took it all out and she took it back and she was like, sorry, my toddler's been stealing. She's been putting this under the buggy, but there was like this pair of sparkly boxer shorts that she missed and she didn't see. And she said that she gave them to my dad one Christmas. So that's coming through. So maybe you guys could already have like children. You could already have toddlers, or maybe your parents would tell you these types of stories about you when you were a toddler. Maybe you were very, very bossy and you know you were very headstrong at a very, very young age. That's the energy that it's giving. We have here the octopus is a sign. Maybe we're 2 or maybe we're 9. The litter kind. Multiples incoming. Twins come to mind. Only joking about the 9. Matching sets will have everyone placing bets. So this is, you guys could be seeing the octopus everywhere as a sign, as an omen to you that is connected to your spirit baby. But obviously this is multiples. So you guys could have always felt like you would be having twins, or you would be having a multiple birth. You could have this within your bloodline, within your family. So it could be a possibility. And maybe you guys could have been thinking about in the back of your mind, like, oh god, what if I have a few that come through at once? Do you feel like for some of you that is going to happen, which is why it's coming up in your head? It's not just some random thought you're having. It is a possibility. What else, Spirit? Thank you. We have here 10-10 completion. I may be a tad overdue, but that doesn't bother you. Everything in divine time. You and Daddy are big believers in God's design. I am too. It's one of the many reasons I chose you. My soul needs to be guided along to my heart's unique song. Turtles will be my spirit animal at first. Slowly but surely wins the race. No competition. Freedom is the aim. When this spirit baby, when this soul, when they look in the mirror, when they're outside, they're in a human body, when they look in the mirror, they see themselves, and they see themselves through the eyes of God. This is given, it keeps coming through. I know who I am. I know who I am. And they're not afraid to be putting themselves out there and going after what they want. Even if they get delayed in life, even if they get a few rejections and a few no's, they're going to keep trying. I'm being shown, I'm seeing Jacqueline Wilson, a writer, but then I'm also being shown the writer of Harry Potter. Her name has gone out of my head. But I'm being shown the writer of Harry Potter. They're telling me to Google it. Hold on. Okay, J.K. Rowling. It completely left my head. J.K. Rowling wrote Harry Potter. It says here she got turned down by 12 publishers before finding success with her Harry Potter books. That's what they wanted me to see. And also here, I've just Googled it, but you see here it said the 1990s. You can't see it properly. It says the 1990s, that year down there. So that year could be significant to you guys. Maybe you or your partner were born in that year, but the 90s is coming through as significant. I do feel like you guys would be very drawn to like 90s music. And again, the spirit baby is pointing back there, music from back there, but she's specifically pointing to the 90s. So that is significant for you guys. We had 3 other poems that flew out down here. So I do believe that this spirit baby coming through, they could have a life purpose of being a writer. And we have here, Pop Goes the Weasel. I love to tease my brothers and sisters. Some may be conceived by different misters. My feet may be prone to blisters. I'm always breaking in new shoes. I could be an NBL player or work in construction as a bricklayer. One thing's for sure, I need to be out the door. Always on the move like I've got something to prove. You gotta grab life by the balls. I really don't like shopping malls. Mum and auntie will be dragging me around, kicking and screaming too. I'm noisy when not in the mood. Usually this is when mum gives in to naughty food. I was seeing a shopping centre like when she was showing me her like picking up clothes, and it's like she's like proper knows what she likes and what she doesn't like she has a sense of fashion at like a very very young age, because she's a little toddler. She's like no, I don't like this, don't like that, yes I'll have this one. And it's sparkly things, colourful things, sparkly things that have joy, that give off the energy of joy. So when you think of joy, you think of the colour like yellow, orange, glittery, all those things there. Now I'm being shown unicorn, so she made like a unicorn prints on things, but also saying that she doesn't like being confined, which is why I was being shown car seats and buggies. Won't like being confined and like strapped in. Most definitely won't like being on one of those dog leads. She's calling it a dog lead. You know those leads that you put the toddlers in so they can't escape. And nowadays, like when I was younger, it was just literally, it looked like a dog lead. Nowadays they kind of make them look pretty, and the handle also, it looks like a bag. I'm being shown a rucksack, but it's also a lead, and like the parent can hold it here. Basically looks like a toy. That's what's coming through. She's not going to like them at all, and she'll escape. She's going to find a way to work out the mechanics of how these things work and unclip them. And then we also have here the peacock and the locket. It's not lost, just look in your pocket. I make the misplaced scene. Daddy sees mummy as his queen. I too get a promise ring. Mummy sees daddy as her king. Divine counterparts, I'm most certain you will last, because both of you have learnt from your past. Inner work causes heaviness to disperse. No passing down to me, which is why I have the ability to truly see. And this is the energy that's coming through, because the spirit baby keeps talking about like you guys as a couple, so you and your partner. So you are divine counterparts. You have come into union. If you haven't met this person yet, you're being led to them by this spirit baby. You will be coming into union. Some of you guys as well, you could have gone down the IVF path. And she's talking about the biology. The biology is very, very significant. So you had to be led to the right biology in order for the vessel to be created, for this soul to be able to come into that vessel. That's coming through as significant for somebody, and you know this. You could keep hearing this from like other mediums. Maybe this keeps coming through if you guys get like personal readings. But there's something very, very significant about the biology. The divine counterparts is most definitely coming through, and this is also how you're going to be with this child, with this spirit baby, because obviously you can have union and divine counterparts and reconciliation when it comes to romance, but also when it comes to platonic. And your children are often going to be, it's that unconditional love, but your children are often going to be those souls that you have known, have those strong close bonds with lifetime after lifetime. And obviously sometimes there's some karma to clear there, but it is given a very, very strong warm bond. I'm being shown the sun. She's pointing to the sun, to a horizon. So you're coming together with this spirit baby in this lifetime, less for karmic reasons. Obviously there's still going to be some stuff there to be cleared. I'm hearing unfinished business, but it's because you've loved this soul before and you've been in this close bond before. So whether like they were your parent in the past life, something like that, you've always been a family, or they felt like family, they felt like home. But it's a very, very warm bond. I feel like this will be shown. You'll see this in your synastry between your birth charts. And then we also have here Repeating sevens again. Are those angel numbers driving you round the bend? I'm glad your knee is on the mend. The painters and decorators are in. Try again next month. I have a little hunch. No, you weren't wrong. Synchronicities abound. Your physical body is fine-tuning its sound. You guys could be seeing 777 everywhere, and I'm hearing jackpot. And I'm being shown one of those machines. So you know when you play one of those like gambling machines, and it comes up with the 777. I'm being shown fruit. So maybe you have to have the matching fruit. That's coming through for someone. Slot machine. That's what it's called. Some of you guys play those slot machines, or maybe you enjoy going to casino with you and your partner. This could be like a date that you guys went on when you first met, or those of you who haven't met them yet, you could go to a casino with this person. Maybe you even win, and you realize that when you're together, you have this luck. There's this lucky, abundant energy about you and your partner when you're together, because you're divine counterparts. And when you come into union with your divine counterpart, that's a huge thing. That's a big thing. It sends out ripples, waves within humanity, which is why so many people are coming together that are God ordained, because God is bringing people together now, because he needs humanity to be coming into unity. He needs us to be working together. I'm hearing 2 is better than 1, but you guys, you could be seeing 10 10, 1s and 2, so 12 12, but you could also be seeing repeating 7s and 1s and 7s as coming through as significant angel numbers that could be slapping you guys in the face. You could literally be seeing them everywhere you turn. Like if you're going for a drive, and even if you're walking around the block and cars are going past, they could have these like specific angel numbers on their license plate. Some of you guys could have just got your period, as that poem says there. Maybe like you're getting your hopes up because you really thought that you were pregnant this time, because you can really feel the spirit baby around you. She's very, very close. Some of you guys are already pregnant with this little girl. Maybe you're seeing like red boots everywhere. Maybe you bought these red booties because you were so drawn to them, and it's her. She's like pointing them out, but she's most definitely going to like the color red. This one. Jesus, acts of service. When you serve, the universe serves you. Very, very ascended soul coming through here. Has this ascended master guru type energy. Very tapped into abundance. Again, she keeps saying, I know what I want. I know what I don't want. I know what I like. I know what I don't like. Coming through very, very strongly. What else, Spirit? And she's going to trigger this assertiveness in her peers and people around her. So she'll be that type of person who will pull other people who are more introverted, more shy. She'll pull them out of their shell. What else, Spirit? You guys could be seeing images of Jesus Christ everywhere. Some of you guys could be... you could be on a staycation, or maybe you're abroad and you could have been visiting like sacred sites, or just like churches and temples that have stained glass windows. Something very, very significant about stained glass windows. Maybe this is where you keep seeing Jesus Christ, and you could have Jesus Christ on your mind right now. And this is all divinely orchestrated, because it's like this spirit baby wants you connecting more to the Christ consciousness, that divine spark of the Most High God that exists within you, but specifically Christ consciousness. This spirit baby wants you connecting to your inner Messiah, to your inner guru, and to your compass. We have here, because that's how you're going to hear them more, because they are communicating with you and giving you messages. This is how you're going to hear them more, connect more with your heart. Buddha, heightened awareness, make peace with your thoughts and your world. Exactly that. It's a very beautiful energy. This she's pointing here, this is the energy between you, this warm sun and horizon she kept showing me. This is your synastry, this is your energy together. Very, very powerful. It's very peaceful, it's very hopeful. The name Hope is coming through, and another name Grace. So she could like those kinds of names, Hope and Grace. Maybe you've got those on your baby names list, so that's coming through for someone. But you guys could be seeing this kind of colour. This is the kind of colour she likes, like this orange, yellow, goldy colour. I feel like she will point and pick out clothes. You know, when they get to that age where they want to dress themselves and they pick out their own clothes, I feel like she's going to go for yellow, gold, sparkly. We have here Lady Venus, light activation, call to action, power surge, earth mission. She has a very, very powerful earth mission in union with herself. So a very strong divine feminine energy, but also very strong divine masculine energy. The divine masculine energy is going to be at the forefront. This is what other people are going to see. But you'll obviously see both sides. I feel like this nurturing, softer side, she will save this. I'm hearing she saves this, and she's holding the treasure chest and keeping it close to her chest. She's going to save this to people who are nearest and dearest to her. You could also like the name Venus. Just staring at Venus. Maybe you like the name Venus as well. And Mary. It's all these kind of like divine feminine names that are very connected to the Most High. We have Green Tara, healing light. Wellness unfolding. Know that healing is a journey. This is her. This is the powerful energy that she holds, a very, very powerful healer. There is obviously going to be something very otherworldly about her appearance. She could look like this. Some of you guys could have Asian heritage within your lineage. That's coming through for someone. I'm hearing Japanese and I'm being shown a geisha. So that's coming through as significant. But she has this it energy, this star energy that others can't quite put their finger on. They feel like they have sometimes, and she allows people sometimes to feel like they've got her all worked out. And then she expands again. I'm seeing these wings, and a butterfly just keeps changing colours, keeps changing like spots and stripes, and keeps flying higher and higher and higher. But she'll kind of come down and tease, and people feel like they're about to grab her and she's going to fly off or morph into a completely different butterfly. That's what's coming through. You guys could be seeing butterflies everywhere, particularly you know, the yellow butterflies, but they have like a darker, like a brownness around the edges. I'm also being shown a blue butterfly coming through, so maybe you guys are noticing that you're seeing them everywhere. They could be coming in twos, these butterflies, to come and visit you. What else? Purple as well. Could be seeing purple butterflies. If it's not actual butterflies, you're going to be seeing like, you know, sometimes people will have like a butterfly on their doorway, outside their door, like that kind of thing, like an ornament, a garden ornament. You could be seeing these everywhere. Maybe you're noticing them. And you guys could be driving down the same street you always drive down, or walk down the same street you always walk down, and you always walk past these doors and these houses, but you're only just noticing them now. Someone could literally have like butterfly lights within their garden, and you always walk past this house but you notice it. This one, we have embolic awakening. I love this spring energy. You see the two, the signs and the omens from this spirit baby, they're going to come in twos, and it could well be multiples. But there was a little girl that's coming through strongly. It's kind of taken over this reading, but multiples did come out in the card. So that is given twins, or maybe she could be a Gemini. The Gemini energy is coming through very, very strongly. But spring is obviously very significant when it comes to conception and when it comes to a due date. But this is also you guys stepping into your spring and your rebirth era. And this is when this spirit baby is going to be joining you and coming through. But this is what she does. This is the effect she has. She brings people and things around her out of winter and into this beautiful bloom. I'm hearing beautiful and gorgeous bloom. But this is like the compliments she will receive throughout her life when it pertains to her physical vessel, but also her spiritual essence. Beautiful and gorgeous are the words that are coming through. This one. Staff, stability. Here's that divine masculine energy. Very, very powerful. This obviously represents the phallus. And I'm just staring at the green behind, the greenery behind. I'm being shown a swamp, and I'm seeing like lotus flowers popping up everywhere. So again, she's reaffirming this is what she does. This is the energy that she holds. She pulls people out of darkness. And she could even have that that kind of ability. You know, when some people, they talk to their plants. They talk to their flowers, they talk to their garden, they talk to their plants. And their garden is always so beautiful. Everything is always blooming. The grass is always really, really green. It's like you could have the same flowers and plants in somebody else's garden, but this one just looks better. And the colours just pop and everything just glows more. That's the energy that this spirit baby is going to have on her environment, the people around her, but also on plants. I'm getting the plant kingdom. So she could literally speak to the plants that you guys could have in your household, and maybe when you're outside and out and about, you could notice that she talks to certain plants. Maybe you guys do like a certain walk, and you'll do it like, you'll notice this because you'll do it daily when you're taking her out the house, and she could stop and point and talk to her, and you keep going past. And maybe when you first were going past, it was kind of drooping, maybe it was dead, and then you'll notice the next week it's bloomed again, and you're like, what the heck? And you could even think to yourself, was that my toddler? Was that my child? Yes. Very, very powerful. Very connected to earth and to the earthly elements. What else, spirit? I'm staring at the ring here on the card. So commitment, a proposal was coming through, an engagement. So if you guys aren't engaged or haven't been proposed to yet, that is coming. But a commitment is definitely coming through when this pertains to you and your partner coming together and getting married. I'm hearing holy matrimony. One more card, please, spirit, from this deck. Take this one down here. This one is familiar garden. You guys could be noticing frogs. You could be seeing frogs pop out on your path. And they're bringing a memory in my head. I remember I was walking down the street with my family. I felt like we were on our way to a party. It was with my mum, one of my aunts, and my cousins were there. And I was talking to my cousin. I was literally talking about frogs. And then, I kid you not, a frog just jumped out on our path. And we both looked at each other. And I was like, what the hell? But this, I was young, but that memory's coming into my head. I even forgot about it. They just brought that into my head. You guys could be having memories and nostalgia about your childhood and your teenagehood that are popping up to the surface. Because obviously this spirit baby is gearing up to come through, or some of you could already be pregnant. And this obviously makes you feel about how you were as a child and what you got up to in your childhood, and how is this child going to be. That's the energy that's coming through here. But frogs are going to be a sign. You could be seeing frogs everywhere. And there's like, now they're talking about frog spawn. They're showing me that swamp again, and they're pointing to the frog spawn. So obviously frog spawn, that is connected to fertility. So that's why you will be seeing the frog sign. What else, Spirit? I'm going to close out this reading now. Can I get a few messages, please, from this deck? What else do the collective need to hear? Thank you. Love. Beautiful. Here's that confirmation. You are divine counterparts. She just screamed so loudly. Mom and Dad. Mom and Dad. Or divine feminine and divine masculine, you guys are divine counterparts. It's a beautiful union. Look, again, I'm hearing holy matrimony, holy matrimony. Look at this yellow. She's pointing to the yellow and the orange colour. She loves these colours, the colours that are popping. Keeps using the word popping, so maybe that's something that you guys say. What else, Spirit? Move. So some of you guys are being asked to move. I'm hearing relocate. So if you've been thinking about relocating, maybe you feel like where you're living, the energy of where you're living is keeping you stifled. Or maybe it's keeping you in chaos. Like you can't find peace where you're living. Maybe it's loud. You could be in a flat. Maybe you're in a flat share. Maybe you're just in a neighborhood that is very, very loud and you can't find peace there. You would have already been feeling this. Like it's time to move. It's time to move. So do start looking around if you haven't been already. And ask for your roads to be open. Ask the Most High God and your spiritual court, your ancestors, to assist you in opening the roads to help you with this move. But that is what is coming through. This is where some of you who haven't met this person yet, you're going to meet this person once you move. Again, you could be seeing sevens everywhere. But for others of you, this is like an energetic move. They also want you to get your body moving. They want you to follow your heart's desire, follow your passions. Again, look at this beautiful yellow, this golden colour. This is your spirit baby as well, pushing you to be moving when it comes to your inner self, but also when it comes to your external reality. What else? Can I get one more card for the collective? You guys could be hearing your name being called, but there's nobody there. You know, when you're in the house alone and you hear your name called and you're like looking around like, what? That's normally your higher self and your spiritual court trying to get your attention. For you guys, this is going to be your spirit baby trying to get your attention. We have success and growth. Again, that divine masculine energy. And we have the number 8 here, which is connected to wealth and connected to karma. So you guys are supposed to be coming into success in this lifetime. Your success, your abundance is by you guys tapping into your heart and your heart's desire and not settling. Don't settle for things in life because you feel pressured by like family or society. Maybe this is where you guys need to move because the people you could be around, they may not be in the right mindset. Maybe they've settled. And just by being around them by proxy, that kind of causes you to settle or feel like, oh, it's fine to live this way, even though that's not how you want to live and that's not how you want to be and that's not who you are. She's saying, this spirit baby saying, tap into yourself, tap into your heart. What do you want? Go after it. You have the power, you have the ability. Tap into your divine masculine energy, move, take that action, that aligned action. But that's all the messages coming through. I hope that did resonate with someone out there. If you want a personal reading, my website is in the description below. But I'll see you in another video.